Hey there, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's gonna hit close to home for many of you. We're talking about the 14 characteristics all poor people share. Now, don't get it twisted, we're not here to judge. We're here to help you recognize these traits so you can avoid them and set yourself up for financial success. Before we jump in, make sure you smash that like button and drop a comment letting us know what video you want us to make next. All right, let's get into it. Number 1, not open to learning. Listen up, folks. In today's world, your income is directly tied to your skills. If you've got high-income skills, you're gonna make bank. Think doctors, lawyers, engineers. They're rolling in dough because they spent years honing their craft. But if you're stuck with common skills like being a janitor or waiter, you're not likely to see those big bucks. Why? Because it doesn't take much time to learn those jobs. So, if you want to rake in the cash, you gotta be open to learning skills that pay well in the marketplace. Number 2, lack of perseverance. Let's keep it real. A lot of people throw in the towel way too early. When things don't go your way, it's easy to quit. But here's the thing. Giving up too soon could mean missing out on major success. To achieve anything worthwhile in life, you gotta put in the hours, do the work, and stick with it even when it gets tough. Number 3, poor money management. You'd be surprised how many people have no clue how to handle their cash. They're living paycheck to paycheck, blowing money on stuff they don't need, and not saving a dime. If you want to break the cycle of poverty, you need to get smart about your finances. Budget, save, invest. It's not rocket science, but it takes discipline. Number 4, negative mindset. This one's a killer. Poor people often have a mindset that keeps them stuck. They're always focusing on what they don't have, what they can't do, and why everything's so hard. That kind of thinking is like quicksand. It'll drag you down and keep you there. You gotta flip the script and start seeing opportunities instead of obstacles. Number 5, lack of goals. Without a clear destination, you'll end up anywhere, and that anywhere is usually Brokeville. Poor people often drift through life without setting concrete goals. They're not working towards anything specific, so they never make real progress. If you want to change your financial situation, you need to set clear, achievable goals and work your butt off to reach them. Number 6, procrastination. This is a big one, folks. Poor people are often masters of putting things off. They'll say, "I'll start saving next month," or "I'll look for a better job later." But guess what? Later never comes. The rich know that the best time to take action is now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Number 7, fear of risk. Now, we're not saying you should go out and bet your life savings on red, but poor people often avoid any kind of risk like the plague. They're so afraid of losing what little they have that they never take the chances that could lead to big rewards. Calculated risks are part of building wealth. You gotta be willing to step out of your comfort zone. Number 8, victim mentality. This is a tough one to hear, but it's true. A lot of poor people see themselves as victims of circumstance. They blame the economy, the government, their boss, anyone but themselves for their financial situation. But here's the hard truth. You are responsible for your life. Once you accept that, you can start making real changes. Number 9, surrounding themselves with negative people. You've heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Well, if those 5 people are always complaining, making excuses, and avoiding responsibility, guess what? You're likely to do the same. Successful people surround themselves with other successful, positive people who push them to be better. Number 10, living beyond their means. This is a classic poor person move. They're trying to keep up with the Joneses, buying stuff they can't afford to impress people they don't even like. Meanwhile, they're drowning in debt and stress. Rich people understand that true wealth isn't about showing off. It's about building a solid financial foundation. Number 11, lack of financial education. Schools don't teach us how to manage money, and that's a problem. Poor people often stay poor because they don't understand basic financial concepts. They don't know how to budget, invest, or plan for the future. If you want to change your financial situation, you need to educate yourself. Read books, take courses, watch videos, do whatever it takes to learn about money. Number 12, short-term thinking. Poor people often focus on immediate gratification. They'll spend their whole paycheck as soon as they get it, without thinking about next week, let alone next year. Rich people, on the other hand, think long-term. They're willing to sacrifice now for a better future. They invest in themselves and their future, even if it means living a little less comfortably in the present. Number 13, avoiding responsibility. This ties in with the victim mentality we talked about earlier. Poor people often avoid taking responsibility for their actions and their lives. But here's the thing. Until you take full responsibility for your life, you'll never have the power to change it. Number 14, fear of success. This might sound crazy, but it's real. Some people are actually afraid of success. They're comfortable in their current situation, even if it's not great, because it's familiar. The idea of success, with all its unknowns and new responsibilities, can be scary. But if you want to break out of poverty, you need to embrace the possibility of success, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. So, there you have it, folks. The 14 characteristics all poor people share. Now, we're not saying that if you have some of these traits, you're doomed to be poor forever. Not at all. The first step to change is awareness. Now that you know these traits, you can start working on changing them. Remember, building wealth isn't just about making more money. It's about changing your mindset, developing good habits, and making smart decisions day after day. It's not always easy, but it's definitely worth it. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap. We talked about not being open to learning, lack of perseverance, poor money management, negative mindset, lack of goals, procrastination, fear of risk, victim mentality, surrounding yourself with negative people, living beyond your means, lack of financial education, short-term thinking, avoiding responsibility, and fear of success. Which of these hit home for you? Take some time to reflect on your own habits and mindset. Are there areas where you can improve? Remember, small changes can lead to big results over time. That's all for today's video. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And hey, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. We're all in this together, and sometimes a little knowledge can go a long way in changing someone's life. Until next time, keep hustling, keep learning, and keep working towards that financial freedom. Peace out.